Hi, welcome to another episode of The Origin of the Dream of Freedom. Today I want to talk to you about something that probably is a no-brainer because you're watching this podcast, this video podcast, this short film that we're creating as part of the Church of 434 in Motion. But I want to talk about the role of prayer in the founding of our nation. Interesting, one of the most fascinating things for me to read is some of the prayer books of those founding fathers, where they actually took the time to record the prayers that they were praying, or someone heard them pray and recorded their prayers. I don't know why they did it, because we live in a day and age where we don't always write down our prayers. We don't always record our prayers. I know we live in a day and age where I know what I do online is recorded, but no one's out there behind it writing down the prayer that I prayed in this particular day, on this particular time, in this particular setting. We just don't record prayers like that anymore, but historically we have them that we can hold on to. That is so incredibly valuable. And we discover that if we do a little bit of research, that the founders often turned to prayer. They were seeking divine guidance for their decisions. That includes even those who didn't really proclaim to be followers of Jesus. They understood the importance of God and how if God was in the mix, we would be successful. And if God was not in the mix, we would fail. This practice actually aligns with what the Bible teaches us in James chapter 1, verse 5, where we're encouraged to ask God for wisdom. See, in times of uncertainty, in times when we don't know what to do, in times when we are looking for direction, the most powerful tool that we have at our disposal is not our common sense, but prayer. And how often is it that sometimes, as American citizens who have the freedom to worship and pray, how often is it that we simply don't do it? Our founders did. Our founders recognized that what they were doing was something that was far bigger than they were. And because it was bigger than they were, they had to tap into a source that was bigger than they were. The same is true today. For us to be those crusaders, those battlers, those fighters for freedom today that keep the dream alive, we must be willing to spend time in prayer. Prayer is foundational in the founding of our nation. And so dedicate time each day to pray and seek God's will for your life, His direction for your life. But also let me encourage you to add to your prayer list praying for our nation, praying for America, praying for God's hand in guiding us to continue to let us be that shining light, that city on a hill, that superpower in a world that needs superpowers, and that place that everyone looks at, admires, and respects. Don't buy into some of the garbage that you hear in the media today about America not being as great as it was. America is just as great as it was. Sometimes the people are the ones that are trying to screw that up. Make sure that you're standing against that tide, and make sure that you're standing in the gap and keeping the dream of freedom alive. I look forward to joining you in our next edition.